that environment and left it for you niggas, man. And it would leave that ongoing cycle of war, man, because y'all gonna be fighting for the little scraps that he leaves for you, you know. That goes back to the curse. See, in the kingdom, we ain't gonna have to have no goddamn gang rallies, man. Cause there ain't gonna be no blood and cripping, you know, and throwing up power or none of that shit in the kingdom, man. You gonna realize that shit was straight madness that you was into, man. All that shit you was involved in, man, that was all self-destructive, man. So many Israelites had to die because of that. And y'all got that concept following after the so-called white man.
Because he was the first gang.
He was the first gang. And look at the shit that y'all adopted into the gang culture. Where you getting all these hand gestures, these gang signs from, man? It's all Masonic. Where you getting the guns from? The government. You know?
Like what happened in the 80s, you got the crack epidemic, man. It's not like Jake was just creating the crack. He didn't ship it to the Americans. Esau created it and pushed it to one seen profit off of it and started pushing it to everybody, man. So it just multiplied the wickedness. Now you got now you got drug dealers selling crack to their mamas, to their grandmamas, to their little brothers.
Saying it's a war on drugs.
Fine. And then he's pushing it legally throughout his system. The whole pharmaceutical industry is drugs. Further demeaning the minds of you people, man. But he's not the one doing it. He's innocent.
He's scapegoat.
Yeah, he is scapegoat. That's a nigga, man. That's the mind of a nigga.
But the real niggas are so-called white men. He taught Jake how to be a nigga, right?
Yeah.
He taught you how to be niggas.
Gave you black culture.
Yep.
You know, to further keep you in that sunken state of mind.
Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
Fine. It says gross darkness the people. It's talking about the minds, the spirituality and mentality of you people. It's completely through. Hey, look, even Esau driving the cars don't understand what's going on. They know it's something important over here, but they can't put their finger on it, man. Yeah. That's like Jake. Jake knows when he walks across any camp, hey, these brothers is saying something. It's just
play with over here.
These brothers are saying something important that makes sense, but you know, I can't call him my enemy. Why not? But you can call the man with the same spirit as you next to you. He's your enemy because he's wearing a different color. That's sick, man. Jake is dead, as it speaks of John the 3rd chapter, man. Hey, because their deeds are evil, they are being reproved. They weren't able to come into the light because their deeds are evil. Jake wanted, but they can't get to it because hey, they're trapped inside the snares of Esau.
Say this like the movie They Live, right? You put the glasses on, and now you can see things with the spiritual eye. Well, when Jake looks at us with a spiritual eye, they know. Nah, that's responsibility over there. There's some serious topics I don't really want to have to deal with over there. You fail to realize the Most High don't give a shit whether you like it or not. You gotta deal with it. Hey, I don't want to be a crip so I can move. Well, guess what? You don't want to be running for your life. Too bad. The whole earth is gonna have to run for their life at some point. Right? Okay, the Most High is gonna make everybody. He's gonna judge everybody upon the earth, whether your goods were good, whether your deeds were good, or your deeds were evil. Right. Everybody's getting judged.
Right.
Accordingly.
And it's you, Jake, that say you woke. This the sleepless ones, man. Yeah. Y'all are in a slumber. You know, you black unconscious niggas. Just those two words in itself say a lot, man. Black, or they say black and conscious. And when you look into the etymology of the word black, is demeaning, and you niggas still keep that proverb and byword on you. Come on, bro, that's exactly what it is. Black meaning defiled, immorality, you know, no unrighteousness, like unrighteousness.
Void of light.
Void of light. Hey, that's why when you said the eye, I was thinking eye salve, man. Yeah. Being able to see. As in they live when you put on the glasses, the Most High has opened our understanding to the deeds of the wicked, man. So we are on the highways and hedges prophesying against the downfall of this kingdom. Because you niggas ain't gonna do it, man. And because you don't have the spirit on you to do it. Go ahead, bro.
Isaiah chapter 5, verse 21. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight.
Con, you niggas think y'all got the answers to everything, but don't have the answers to nothing. You can't even eat right. It takes a nigga to die for you to understand that eating pork is wrong.
Hey, Jake ain't gonna one second, man. I can't wait till the follow. The ones that's even gonna attempt it, but don't even attempt to do the Nipsey challenge, right? The ones that's even gonna attempt it. The rest of our nation, I don't care if this nigga dead or not. I'm giving up my bacon, my pork chops.
Just off that, and the Jake that say they're gonna try it, they gonna break. They ain't gonna be able to do it, cause Jake has a horrible diet. They gonna feed for that Snickers bar. They gonna feed for that BLT. McDonald's. They ain't gonna be able to make it.
A vegetarian told me, they said, I live that. I do that every day. I do that challenge. I live that challenge. I'm like, y'all can't do that. Not to say that you shouldn't eat meat at all. That's we can do that, but just saying, like, to be able to do that every day. This is a lifetime. This is a life choice that you're supposed to be eating better. You know, it's not just something you challenge yourself with for a week. You want to say something?
Because Jake is low level, bro.
You got more?
Verse 23, verse 22. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justifieth the wicked for reward and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him.
God. And that's exactly what's trying to happen right now. Esau hates, or our people hate when we out on the highways and hedges, because we revealed a light unto them, man. So they rather, much like how they allow Yahushua to be crucified, or gave the okay for Yahushua to be crucified, and let Barabbas go away, man. As much how they do the truth. Hey, because Jake really loves this society.
They hated him that rebuked
in
in
the gate. Kind.
You know why? Because he that rebuked in the gate is telling you how wicked you are, and everything that you're involved in is. You know, that's the issue. Okay, you want the connection to this place still. You want it the way it is. You're comfortable with it this way. You wanna be able to thrive with it like this. We're telling you, forget all of this. Well, the scriptures are telling you, forget all of this ways of life that's going on now, and step into the real way that the Heavenly Father designed for us. Yeah, it's more difficult. It's only difficult now because you're coming out of wickedness. But once you get used to it, it's even better, and it's easy.
Jake has been following the traditions of men, you know, through the generations of us being broken. That speaks of Jeremiah 17:4, from our heritage being stripped away from us. You know, Esau has become a father to Jake, man.
Hey, like transformed himself into an angel of light.
So what did he do? He instilled nothing but immorality within you. And what does that creates a bunch of family full of degenerates, man. Hey, like the scripture says, how have you become a degenerate vine unto me, man? Because that's exactly how Jake is. Everything bad in the society, Jake uplifts it. You know, rap music, it's like a gangster rap music, hard bass and snares. You know, a horrible diet, trap music, guns and violence, drugs, pills. All these things Jake indulge in. Trap music.
And those are the main niggas that Esau puts his backing and his money into. He's gonna back the most degenerate niggas to be a role model for you niggas.
Hey, the niggas with the least moral standard.
Exactly.
And Jake followed it.
Cardi B, that's the top bitch right there. And that bitch, bro.
Never on wax.
That's a filthy hoe right there. This bitch could come out and admit that she used to rape niggas, drug niggas.
And it's cool.
Get trannies to rape them. She could do all that, and hey, her next sequel is going to hit the top 10.
But they ain't gonna take her out like they took out Bill Cosby, R. Kelly.
Hell fucking no.
The dude came out and said, hey, like, she did some R. Kelly type shit. The shit that y'all persecuting R. Kelly and Bill Cosby for, she did this to me. And nobody gives a shit. They found out the shit is true. He's bringing up facts from that time, and she's already admitted doing it. there's no inquisition needed. She's admitted to it, but still nothing happens. That tells you how hypocritical this society, how unrighteous and unbalanced the society is. Is that right, Drew?
Oh, you got something?
Proverbs chapter 30, verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness.
And it correlates perfectly. Because what the women in this generation, the men and women in this generation are doing, America exemplifies it, man. You know, they'll go and bomb other countries and talk about violence, and then go and say, oh, Jake, your people are killing people. Your people are killing each other. Hey, well, you bombing countries every day, too.
Yeah.
Hey, our people see the patterns of what you doing and pick it up and eat it. Hey, can you grab a John 8:44 real quick, bro?
This is Psalms chapter 12, verse 8. When the wicked walk on every the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted.
Violence and men.
Oh, hey, read that again, bro.
Somebody
Psalms 12 and 8.
that definition.
The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. You put the most degenerate motherfucker in the highest position of influence, the whole entire world is gonna turn into a degenerate fucking society, man.
Gun.
There's nothing but degeneracy, man. You know? The wicked walk on every side. So basically you have a better chance of coming across wicked motherfuckers than somebody that's righteous. The more time goes on, the more a degenerate society gets, the more you're gonna see immorality, and you can't basically, if you're a righteous, moral person, you really ain't gonna have much company. You ain't gonna be around too many people, because righteous people with morals is starting to become harder to come by.
And we're using rude speech while reading the Bible, right?
Hey,
there ain't no such thing as
curse words.
Cuss words. You can say motherfucker, bitch, hoe. You can say that's not against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father.
The Most High is offended that we even speak this bullshit language, man. This bastard tongue.
Hey, and for those,
Even Apostle Paul used rude speech, man.
Exactly.
It was that Second Corinthians 11?
Yeah,
11 and 5 or something like that.
Go out, be rude in speech.
yeah, not knowledge.
Yeah.
Hey, and if you're mad about our language, you should be mad at the way society is going around. Because you're listening to the language anyways, and your rap music, you know? If you mad about this, then your mind is on the wrong thing. You mad at the way that men of the Lord are talking. You should be mad at the way Esau is ruling this society. You should be mad at the way that your people are going through it. You know? You should be mad at the food you eat, the air you breathing, the water you drinking. You should be mad that you can't raise your kids and that trainees are teaching them, man. You should be mad at them. You know? You should be mad at the real man that's doing all this damage, man. Hey, Jake sucks, bro. Jake sucks.
And you get so mad, you get mad at your own people that don't know him. You say they don't know no better. Jake know a little bit, man. They know Jake can do a lot better than they do. But they just don't give a shit.
Hey, that's why the Most High said it's not gonna be no excuse in that day, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, come. Because you're not gonna have no covering because you had the chance. You had the chance to click on the video. You had the chance to go to a camp, man. You had the chance to find all this knowledge. You got a computer in your phone. I mean, you got a computer in your pocket. You know?
Yeah, I guess that word, that vowel.
Yeah, it's Strong's H2149. Zuluth. Vileness, worthlessness.
Worthless. Good for nothing.
Much.
No good. Call them niggas for short.
That was good.
And they're highly elevated, man. You know? Folly is literally set in great dignity, man. That's why the Lord said to them wicked ass Pharisees, you are those that justify yourselves before men, but which is highly esteemed among men is an abomination in the sight of the Most High. Y'all highlight, y'all exalt the most vile, the most low motherfuckers, man. And the scriptures say, envy not thou oppressor and choose none of his ways.
The ways that our people exalt are the ways of our oppressor.
Yeah, man.
Hey, the oppressor's only going to leave so many avenues that he can control or that he accepts open for. This right here is one of the ways that the so-called white man, the devil, the society, the government, the Illuminati, whoever you want to call them, don't approve of. Because everything we're talking about is against his ways of this world. So that's why he's got to come up against this thing. They ain't gonna come up against Nipsey. They ain't gonna come up against niggas on big rims, eating nigga chicken, eating pork, all the things that defile you, the adultery and selling Cardi B or whatever the fuck else. They ain't gonna come up against that type of stuff.
You got something else.
You got something too.
Proverbs 12:26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduceth him.
Because it's easier in this society to do wickedness, man. It's hard to be righteous in this society because you have everything against you. Hey, to be a man of the Lord in this society, hey, the Most High has to really be working with you, man. Because it's extremely easy to do something off according to the law, man. That's why the Most High is constantly working on the minds of his men. Because Jake does it all the time. It's easy for Jake to pick up the blunt, to roll it, you know? It's easy for you to be an adulterer. Hey, but to be held by the bounds of the scriptures, to try the best of your ability every single day, not just on camp day, it's a harder task. Hey, what the scriptures tell you, you gotta go in through the straight gate, man. Meaning what? Not straight as a straight line, but straight is in the path of difficulty. Because
S-T-R-A-I-T.
exactly, meaning it's gonna be rougher to go through. Hey, because as we said in the beginning, you're held accountable. The Most High requires that you do certain things in order to receive the prize on the end, man. And Jake don't have the patience for it, nor can they pick up the responsibility because it's too heavy.
Can I get this real quick? This is Galatians chapter 5 and 17. It says, "For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to another, so that you cannot do the things that you would." And knowing that and living in a society where everything is about being geared towards your flesh, it's going to make it that much more difficult to walk in the spirit, man.
Epicurean.
Well, it would be the thing that
Which is about pleasure. Desires and pleasures. Hey, isn't that what America's all about? Thou that are given to pleasure. You know? It's all about carnality here, man. You know?
God. And especially just speaking on this camp in particular, we live in Sin City, man. Everything is heightened here. You know? Hey, you can do any manner of wickedness in Las Vegas if you have the money to do it. That's how wicked it is here, man. You got women walking around half naked in every season. It's not just in the summer, man. You go out on the strip in the winter, you gonna have women that's butt naked with paint on them. You know? Kind of pasties and stuff. You know?
Food chilly here, man.
Yeah, kind.
It don't matter.
Kind, you got all manner of wickedness in this place, man. Kind,
There's secret rooms here people brought up before. There's secret places that people go, secret back doors and shit that you go to perform your wickedness, man. I know there's like them house style where they're torturing motherfuckers and shit.
Yeah, kind.
Transients, whatever they want to call them. Snubs.
Little ranches where they do snub films and stuff.
Snub films.
They have all those in California.
All kinds of stuff.
But they have it in Hollywood, you know, Calabasas and shit like that. But they have them out here in Vegas too. It's all about perversion, man. You know, how far could you go to dishonor your body? You know, you basically dishonor yourself, man. You know. So, hey, but he's all about him. He's a beast. That's why the scriptures say calls him a beast, man. You know, Aleister Crowley, what was he known as, man? The great beast. And what was his philosophy?
I was about to say,
do as thou wilt.
It's like a beast.
Do whatever comes to, whatever you feel
nature.
pleasurable to your flesh, according to your nature. Do just that.
That's an animal instinct.
Exactly.
We wasn't given that. But he took that same animal instinct and applied it to man who has reasoning within his mind, and man still goes and chooses the wicked route because of the pleasures, like you said, the pleasures of the flesh. You can't see the things the spiritual eye would, and the body would want to do, because it's led by the fleshly desires.
Yeah, man, your boy Jay-Z, he had a sweater. He took a picture with a sweater, said, "Do it thou wilt."
It was in that Rihanna video. Rihanna, Kanye, and Jay-Z. I forgot the name of the song. Run This Town. Yep.
I got it.
Does he have one?
Yeah, I got you. Micah chapter 2, verse 4, and I'm going to read through 6. Thus saith the Lord, 3 transgressions of Judah, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have despised the law of the Lord, and
That's why we're still in captivity under punishment right now. We're still in the captivity under punishment now because of the transgressions. How do you transgress? You break the statute, laws, and commandments. What is that? That is sin. And what does sin lead you to? It leads you to death. Okay? That's the process. So you don't want to transgress the laws of the Heavenly Father. All right?
and have not kept his commandments, and their lies caused them to err, after the which their fathers have walked.
After the way that our forefathers walked, because everybody, only our Lord was 100% out here, okay? Doing what the Heavenly Father wanted. But our people don't even try no more. And through time, we tried even less. So now niggas just don't give a shit. A nigga will tell you, we gotta die of something. No, that's not, who told you that? You have a born sinner, nothing I can do about it. His grace has saved me. No.
Yeah, the same nigga say all three of those.
Yeah. But that's not true. The truth of the matter is this, that if you give a sincere, honest effort and try to do the right thing, the Heavenly Father will save you. You don't have to die. But you gotta do it according to what this book's talking about.
A nigga woman just passed by and she saw Judge Ray Bourchier and she was like shocked. You know, she like looked straight ahead, like, you know, that's the spirit of our people, man. Our people, they love the so-called white man. They love to kiss the so-called white man's ass until the so-called white man is kicking you on your ass or gunning you down in the street. You know? And then you want to come up and march and all that shit, man. That's not, marching has done nothing for you, you Israelites, man. Never. You know? Trusting in your weapons and Esau's judicial system. Get out of here, man.
You see, a lot of our women, they love Esau so much because Esau is the one that liberated them. Esau liberated these women. That was the promise he made to her in the garden. So that's why they frown when they see us with horns on the devil.
They can never get a man like
Because under that devil, they were given a license to slut walk and hop from dude to dude. You know, bed wench.
Fulfill their fleshly desires.
Yeah, man. Juggle men, have a harem of men, become an alpha hoe, an alpha bitch. You know? Polyandry, be called a queen, get worshipped, pedestalized. You know, she got 911 on speed dial if you raise up a finger, but she can slap the shit out you. You know, she got all that because that devil granted that to her, man. So that's why every time she see the devil with horns on it, she's gonna be offended at that.
Hey, but look what happened was that in Dallas, right?
When he gave her that.
Hit him with the man MMA hits. Yeah. And nothing happened. Basically, nothing happened to the guy.
Well, matter of fact, she got charged with a felony.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He became the victim.
That's what I'm saying. See that power, and she loves that.
That's the only time y'all want to hate his ass.
Yeah, no, our people really love that. They look at it like, you know, well, I know not to mess with a man like that.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Yep, but they'll fuck with you all damn day.
So you should never raise your hand to a man. You should be, you know.
Right.
Let's say some shit like that.
To the white man, she never raise your hand to the white man. I dare my man to ever try some shit like this on me. And
I forgot the brother that said that did that video. If that was any of these Jake football players, man, he would have been in jail right now with no bail.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. He looked like shit.
Something with that up.
The way he was dealing with the
crosses and all of that, man.
I got a three. This is Sirach 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died.
Hey, because that agreement that the woman and the serpent came up with in the garden, man. You know, he pleased her ears, and what did she do? She disobeyed the words of Adam and the words of the Heavenly Father, man. So what happened? That covenant that they came up with, hey, Esau's the like the video said, for partners for life.
Life partner.
Yeah, life partners. Her and Esau are buddy, man. Until somebody that she care about get gunned down, then it's all march. Then it's all, oh yeah, he my enemy. See the.
You know what? No, when they march and shit, they're not marching against Esau, because they allow Esau to walk hand in hand with them in those marches.
Life partners, man, right there.
Yeah. So usually the same platforms that they use to try to orchestrate rallies and protests and all that against police brutality is really set up by the same white supremacist system. George Soros be funding that type of shit, man.
He organizes.
Right.
All that Me Too crap and all of that shit.
All those causes is really weaponized against us.
Because now they throw it to the mob mentality.
And they throw out the law, the statute of limitation. So look at Bill Cosby. That shit happened 30 years ago or so. You know, he's in jail right now for that shit. And no one had no kind of evidence, no DNA, nothing. But that lesson you just did with the Jake in Kansas.
Oh man.
You know the Jake in Kansas.
12 years still a slave.
Yeah. And he didn't even have sex with the chick.
He didn't even, he didn't go into it, man.
Yeah.
He literally, there was an act of just making out, and she was the one, while she was drinking, she was egging him on. She wanted the BBC, and she was trying to basically lead him out of the club. They went down his crib, which was down the street. The moment they started, getting into it, he got a text from his homeboy that was still at the club, at the bar. And when he got that, he was like, he kind of got some concern, like maybe I need to go back. So basically, he shut that down, like, yeah, I gotta go. This bitch got upset and yelled rape. Now he got to do 12 years because she got mad and didn't want to take accountability for her actions, man.
So it wasn't no evidence, no semen
no evidence.
They still charged him with 12 years.
Right.
She was in a bar, underage in a bar, but they don't go after the bar owner.
Right.
You know?
They don't go after her.
They don't go after her, yeah.
Hey man, we out here for you Israelite men, man. You women ain't gonna wake up, man. You know? You women ain't gonna wake up, man, until the men get involved first. Ezekiel 34 and 31. The Lord's dealing with men in Israel, man. You know? You men in Israel are under attack, man. By the so-called white man and you woman.
Hey, and for you trying to not be a simp and not be all pansy and shit, that you want to be a man, up toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Your dark skin is part of toxic masculinity. You know, melanin is part of toxic masculinity. You know that, right? Think about it.
They always say that. The angry black man.
Angry black man.
Yeah.
I'm just asking a question. I'm just aggressive because y'all won't let me speak my piece. And I've been waiting and holding my turn.
No more questions.
Yeah.
You go for a job interview, you gotta talk like a faggot.
Yeah.
You gotta switch your voice up. No bass, no nothing in your voice.
Even when you get the phone call for the interview, you gotta change your voice like a damn Edomite.
I live that shit every day at work. I live it every day at work.
That's a damn shame, man.
You know, I'm out here like that. How can I help you today? Jake looked at him, I'm talking to him like that. He's like, bro. He looked at him like, bro, I know you ain't. Hey, matter of fact, the Jake that was in there that wasn't taking the bass out, gone. Both of them, they gone now. One of them stopped taking the bass out, gone. The other wasn't taking the bass out, gone. Both of them gone. Just like that. That's how this man rules.
Esau, that's why, yeah. Esau, he's a fucking woman at heart, man. Literally, like it says in Isaiah 3, children are oppressors and women rule over them. Esau he kind of has the spirit of a woman on him, and he rules like a woman would.
He sees. That's why they don't mind sharing with a woman, because he sees like she sees. They see the same shit.
And what is that? The destruction of you Israelite men, man. Your woman don't care about you, and nor does your enemy.
That's a curse. By the way, let's not forget that is a curse that the woman don't care about you.
Right. But look,
it goes both ways, because you got men that, they look, they got that evil eye against they woman or whatever. You got bugged out niggas that'll you know, beat the shit out their woman because they didn't have too much to drink or they lost a fucking dice game somewhere or some shit. You know? Now, we don't get it misconstrued like we just letting men off the hook and we just getting on just women. But hey, you women have been released from responsibility for so long, and now it's like, nah, man, the Most High, he's bringing back that masculine, austere spirit.
And you women are more easily influenced, man. It's easier to get into the mind of a woman than in the mind of a man. You know, so that's exactly what Esau did. He seen that you were the weaker vessel, and women hate when we say that, but it's true. You are, man. Hey, the scripture said the head is the man, man. You know, you women are underneath your man. Now this is all toxic masculinity in their minds, but it's just the truth, man. That's the order and the way that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai set it up.
It's toxic masculinity if you don't allow an effeminate spirit to rule over.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Hey, and it shows you how the demonic mind of our people, you know, and Esau, because you want a man, but you don't want him to be a man.
Right. You want everything.
Yeah.
No, you want a man without the masculinity.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of they come together. Because know what? One thing I've learned, every woman I've ever dealt with in the world, they need the masculinity. They need that masculinity on them. If you don't have it, then they disrespect you as a man. And you disrespect yourself if you don't have it also, brother. They gonna go out and go get a man to play with them. It's just about reading their emotion. Okay, when they want to be all soft and you coming all steer, they ain't gonna feel you. So what? Well, go be in your space, I'll be in my space. And vice versa. Leave me the hell alone. Guys night out or whatever the fuck, right? There's reason for this type of thing. You can't be up under these women all the time. You have to pick up that soft ass spirit.
Hey, that's why the true men are on the highways and hedges, man. This is the manly service. You can't know, hey, as the scripture says, nor effeminate. Meaning what, man? You gotta be a man. Hey, Isaiah 58 and 1 tells you to cry aloud, spare not. Lift up your voice like a trumpet and show my people their transgressions in the house of Jacob their sins. Man, that's a manly thing to do. You know? That's why the men are out on the highways and hedges. Because he has to take up the elements and has to do this battle, man. Like in you watch movies, it's like not movies, you watch shows like Game of Thrones, man, it put you in that mindset. Hey, that show, it's a lot that go in that show. Really ain't no woman supposed to be in war and battle, you know, and that show, of course, they got it. But ain't no way, hey, women get hey, like the one scene, the king in the hand was laying down on the bed because he just got beat up, and the woman was in the room with the other king, and he backhanded this woman for speaking out, man. That's because the society was geared towards the male, man. Yeah. I'll run this. That's how it is.
Even still, that Game of Thrones, that shit still watered down. It still has an effeminate
touch on it.
Yeah, touch or a little touch on it, man. Women knights and shit.
Bro. But it shows you also in that show that women needed men with a manly energy, man. It shows you that. You got pretty, bro?
Yeah. So Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
The scripture says a woman shall compass a man. Hey, look, the man is no longer the head of his household. The woman has to say so. You know, the man, hey, back in when our grandparents were growing up, the man was the breadwinner. You know, he'd go out to work, you know, to be able to pay the bills for his family. The woman would stay at home, tend to the children, much like in the ancient times. But now, hey, the man and the woman, they both gotta go to work. And the woman, if she if she has a larger paycheck, she's talking down on that man. Oh, you don't do enough. Oh, you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. Look like I gotta bring in all the money in this house. You know, she'll talk mess.
Who sets that shit up, man? Esau. So-called white man, he sets up his whole employer system, and he puts the woman up there, man. It's more. Statistics show that more women are getting degrees. You know, thus they're going to get the jobs. They're going to be ruling over the men more.
They follow orders,
and they're working
because women are natural servants and conformists. They're going to do whatever they're told by whoever is up top.
Okay. Can I say something about that scripture? Can you read that again?
Salam. I lost the page. Salam.
Like that picture.
Yeah. There's Jeremiah, Salah. Yeah, 31. Jeremiah 31, verse 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter?
All right, backsliding daughter is not talking about the women of Israel. It's talking about the men of Israel.
Right.
Yep.
You know, because
But we're known as the daughter of
it's
Zion.
talking about the men of Israel.
Yep. It says, for the Lord have created a new thing in the earth.
Yep.
A woman shall compass a man.
Why do you create the new thing in the earth? It's a curse, man. You
How
know?
long are you guys gonna be out here for?
You coming back?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I work for Chino's Burgers over there. Do you guys eat meat?
A little bit.
Okay. So,
Why'd you ask us why do you eat meat?
well, I meet a lot of Muslims and a lot of Christians that don't eat beef anymore. A lot less to tell out, but you know, it's really hard because we're a mom and pop operation, and I'll tell you what, people would rather go to a corporation, buy McDonald's, than get a real handmade burger by real people with real families. I don't know, it just seems like the human race seems to be wanting to eat itself. And I can't be a privy to that because I'm a singularitarian.
Okay.
You know,
Let's look that word up, somebody. I like that. I think I know what it means, but let's get it for real. Singularitarian.
singularitarian.
What does it mean?
If you can though, can you give us space with that smoke? We don't. We
Yeah,
don't
we got
smoke.
bad lungs over here.
Yeah, we don't
Our
really,
lungs
we don't
are pure.
smoke.
You know, I quit for 20 years. I got stressed out and I just started smoking again.
That's worse than eating a burger from McDonald's, man.
Well, look, you can see the business is pretty good if you're on my stomach.
About the lungs, though.
Let's get edification though.
All right, so
Let's,
it says
we ain't
singularitarian
finna just be
Right.
having a conversation.
is a movement defined by the belief that a technological singularity, the creation of superintelligence, will likely happen in the medium future, and that deliberate action ought to be taken to ensure that the singularity benefits humans.
Is that true? That's how you what you think?
So, now the problem is, whatever we program into these sentient machines, these will be thinking machines. This is straight out of the Bible. You know, we have already surpassed God's ability to create any sort of life.
Whoa.
We're already doing it in the lab. I know it's against the Bible. I'm a Christian too.
Wait, I don't know what you mean by that one.
So we haven't surpassed it.
We are in the
Now,
meat of the curve of
we-
we're the beginning of the singularity.
Here's the thing, and that's why the society, if I don't know if you looked at our science closely enough, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
the end of the situation that's
yeah.
at hand on earth now.
Mhm.
Because man is trying to outreach where the Most High God has control over, and he's not going to allow that to happen.
You're gonna have to do it pretty quick because you got
Oh,
about
it's
10
coming.
years.
It's coming.
And
It's
they've been
coming
saying
fast.
it since the year
It's coming fast.
666.
It's coming fast.
You know,
It's coming fast. Do you know what that is? The 666 is?
vaguely, yeah. I did study in seminary. I had
They don't know. Seminary don't know. It's an
I was
actual
gonna go to
sub-
Oral Roberts University, but that didn't work out. I had a scholarship and everything. I wish I would have
It's an
gone.
RFID chip that would
Oh,
be
yeah.
implantable.
I ain't
That's
getting
what that
it.
is.
That's what this is right here. That's what you're
So
showing.
you have to buy your burgers with it.
Oh.
Or you can't sell burgers with it.
Implanted in your body.
Oh yeah, but you know what? You got it in mind.
Not yet.
Not yet, but I'm not going to go for it. That right there is a tracking device. That's even better than the RDIFs.
Now once it gets in your body, I can leave that at
I
home.
can throw that in the street right now. Right?
Oh, yes, sir.
You can't throw your arm in the street or your
Well,
leg in the
the
street.
thing is, what we got to do is we got to pass legislation
It's not gonna work.
to fight that.
It's not gonna work.
The Singularitarian movement's already doing that.
People
We're trying.
already have the RFID chip within them, man.
Not me.
No,
Yeah, not yet.
everybody, but the people
Not yet. They ain't going to get it. They're going to have to kill me first.
All right. Yep.
All right, man. Let's get back.
That's Esau,
Can't
man.
be allowing these devils to, change the spirit of them shit, man.
That was me, Salaki.
No more confusion. They think Edomites think they know something or some term, and they think they're on a level.
I mean, they act like the Most High isn't The Most High is what gives these devils the technology, the power to do what they do. You ain't creating a damn thing, man. You know? It tells you that knowledge shall increase in the end.
But it's not increasing for the wicked agenda. It's increasing to, it's going to make people more wicked, but it's also the purpose of it, the ultimate purpose, is to fulfill the Most High's purpose.
This Daniel chapter 4, 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of man.
So what they might dare understand is that the Most High is allowing Esau to rule right now. Hey, all the technology that Esau is coming up with, it's not like he's just coming up with it by himself. The Most High is putting them thoughts within his head to create them.
Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
And this is the main instrument that the Most High is putting inside Esau's mind to create. Hey, he's creating a weapon for his own destruction.
And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
And that's what is that? That's talking about the ICBM missiles, man. Hey, the Smith is the modern day scientist. So what? The Most High is putting in Esau's mind to create this the new missiles. Hey, like the scripture says, the scriptures call them arrows, man. It's talking about the ICBM missiles. You know? The glittering swords, they shall not miss.
Like he said, I have created the Smith. I make darkness, I create evil.
Yep.
I, the Lord, do all these things. You know, I kill it, I make it alive. You can't give glory, man is outreach. Man cannot reach the Most High God. You can't even reach close to the Most High God.
Well, they still should say, if you can number the stars or go to the depths of the sea, I'll cast away Israel.
It still can't outreach you. You can't number that.
You can't find out what's on Earth, man.
Right.
Yeah, you can look up top 10 things that scientists still can't prove. One of them is they don't even know why cats purr. That's one of the things they say they still can't come up with.
You know they dissect the cats.
And they try to say that animals are extinct. Ain't nothing extinct, man.
There's still unknowns on how the body works.
They still haven't uncovered 2/3 of the Amazon rainforest.
You can't go in there.
Sirach 18:1. He that liveth forever created all things in general. The Lord only is righteous, and there is none other but he, who governeth the world with the palm of his hand, and all things obey his will. For he is the king of all, by his power dividing holy things among them from profane, to whom have he given power to declare his works. And who shall find out his noble acts? Who shall number the strength of his majesty?
They ain't figured it out. Because his agenda, what I was picking up on, he says through the advancement of technology, the computers and technology are going to think for man and show man the right way. That sounds like a straight out the Terminator movie. Hey, how come you ain't figured out the part that man is going that the machine is going to outthink man? Listen to the Matrix 2. That's how you know the same lady wrote both of those, right? You can't tell me, it wasn't James Cameron, okay? It was Sophia Stewart, I believe her name is, that wrote the Jake woman, all right? When she wrote those, she knows if you allow these machines to think, they're gonna outthink man and destroy man, because man is a fucking cancer. And it's not every man, it's the Edomite. The Edomite is the problem. Okay? So they have to be extinct off the planet. After they gotta tell, they got work to do first.
It says, who shall number the strength of his majesty, and who shall also tell out his mercies? As for the wondrous works of the Lord, there may nothing be taken from them, neither may anything be put unto them, neither can the ground of them be found out. When a man have done, then he beginneth, and when he leaveth off, then he shall be doubtful.
He beginneth, he know what it is. Yeah, I'm about to go check the depths of the sea. Me and Jacques Cousteau about to hit the Marianas Trench. But when they leave, they be like, damn, I'm not sure. It looked like there might have been one more chasm down there that I couldn't quite get to.
Yeah, the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, and there's one
That's
more.
part of the sea. They can't go in that. They can't go in there and come out there.
Yeah.
And he can't even figure out how. When we brought the scripture last night, how when the waves, I mean, when the waves come down,
And
stop. Yeah, Jeremiah 5 and 22.
I got a pretty real quick to go with that.
He can't even figure that out. You know?
2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 56. In his words were the stars made, and he knoweth the number of them. He searches the deep and the treasures thereof. He hath measured the sea and what it containeth. He has set the sea in the midst of the waters, and his words hath he hanged the earth upon the waters. He spreadeth out the heavens like a vault upon the waters, and hath founded. The desert hath he made springs of waters and pools on the tops of the mountains.
And all these environments and all these elements, he has his own purpose that man ain't figured out. You can know the periodic table all you want, science and all of that. You can quantum physics and all of that, but you can't figure out everything with the Most High.
He made man and put it in his heart in the midst of the body and gave him breath.
He made man, and so man can't create something upon the earth that above. Thank you.
Like Esau trying to create chariots. Hey, that's not gonna happen,
You
man.
can't figure that out.
Your technology is low level on here, man. Because it's not the mind of the Most High, and you stuck in this realm,
Hey,
man.
because we're low level, well, particularly you, we're trying to get on a higher level with the wisdom of the Creator that gives out the wisdom, that has it all.
He had made man and put his heart in in the midst of his body and gave him breath, life, and understanding. Yea, the spirits of the Almighty, which made all things, and searcheth out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth your inventions and what
But
you
he
think.
shares his secrets with his servants, the prophets. So we have the ability to put these things in proper perspective on how they work and what they possibly going to work. There's no way that technology can outthink the Most High. Hey, when you watch that movie, Transcendence, right? The Johnny Depp movie, Transcendence. The question in the movie was, hey, how do you know that that's a man or is that the computer trying to figure it out? Is that your husband being himself, which is limited, or is that the Most High? Is that the computer system that's figuring it out? That don't have the mind or the balance of your husband. Okay, you can never truly know the answer to that. But what you can know the answer of is the Most High got it. You gotta figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different things that's just beyond expression.
Yep.
There's certain things that you have no scientific explanation for.
Faith is one of them.
Yeah. Esau tries his best, but no matter how advanced you think you're gonna get in your so-called artificial intelligence, you will not be able to find out the wondrous works of the Most High. Man.
Yep.
Let me get this real quick. This is Ecclesiastes 11 and verse 5. It says, "As thou knowest not what is the way of a spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child, even so thou knowest not the works of the Most High who maketh all."
You ain't figured out how the Most High creates bones of a baby.
Yeah.
Let alone, it's funny, I got a little inkling of it, but I ain't got it figured out. It started off soft and then they hard, right? But you can't figure that out with your science. So don't try to figure out the really deep stuff. That's on earth. You try to figure out stuff in another realm, there's a damn devil. Making you still simple as people believe that you gotta figure it out.
Man, like the scriptures say, search not out the things that are too hard for you, man.
Right.
That go for Esau too. Hey, cause you're not